with the higher frequencies. If I start like a little bit lower, this I can actually work specific areas. I had to use this. So if you look here, you gotta follow the breathing with patients with this. So breathe in, breathe out, and when they breathe out, you apply more pressure. Okay, just breathe normally, so you follow the rate. And I'm not on any bone, I'm avoiding bone, I just wanna hit lung. When I breathe in and out. You feel how it hits you harder? So you do about 3 minutes, 3 minutes, 3 minutes, 3 minutes, and then you can do the same thing. So this allows you to really, go ahead and turn this way. This really allows you to get in there.
Like, and just focus on one area?
You can really hammer certain areas.
Do you like work your way up?
So you spend time in one area, and then as I move up the lobes, I increase. Right, so I want to hit bone. But with these, you'll see RTs do this. This is not how you use these devices. It's not a massage therapy. It's specific areas. And when they exhale, you push in. Not that I can see you exhaling there. You can, right, at this point. And then you spend time on different areas.
Can I do it?
Yeah. So here's your apex here, lungs here.
So great.
You don't want to put it on. It's just a manual percussor, and it's actually fluid flow percussor. You can just crank it, and you can really feel it. So the one that I was talking about, that was a CF patient that designed it, it's called a frequencer. And when you set it, it's got a focal point here, and you just set it on the patient's chest. You don't actually use pressure with it like this. And then you put your hand on the back, and then you would feel for the vibration coming all the way through to the back of the body, and you know that the frequency was set appropriately.
Oh.
So that's how you would know. And then they cough. I thought the device was really neat. It didn't really catch on everywhere, so
Yeah.
it kind of disappeared. But
Would it be
this
better-
one you will see, huh?
Would it be better if the patient's sitting like on the side of the bed, not
So
like
that's fine too. So this one is nice because I can put the patient in different positions and use it. So for this, I would have the patient lie here. When that's on, I would have them in this position, and then I would work this area. Then I would have him move to the side, and so I'm doing postural drainage at the same time, and then I would turn to this side, right? And then I might tip them on their head, right, too, if they could tolerate it to drain. And then I would work the back. Then I would start at the bases and work my way up. So that I'm breaking it up, and then I would adjust the frequencies as I moved up. But yeah, so you could actually turn them into different positions with this and work. I used to love this one machine. It looked like a car buffer. And it was this big black plate, and it had a handle, and you would just sit there and in, out. So it was like almost like an elephant gun of this. And this was the best machine ever for a cystic fibrosis patient. And you could just get in there and work those lobes, and man, they would just cough up a ton of stuff. It was awesome, and they all loved it. None of them wanted to try anything different, you know? They all wanted the car buffer or manual percussion. And have you ever seen manual? Okay, so can I borrow you? Okay, so again, you're gonna turn this way. Backward. And this is basically you cup your hands.
That's what I used to get when I was really.
You don't want flat hands. You
That
want
actually
cup.
feels fine. Yeah.
And then you work the areas like around the lung. Right, so you hit in here, you're not on the bone, you hit in here, you're not on the bone, and the same thing in the front. So babies, we have these we take a mask and we'll put a little tongue blade on the end of it and tape it on there and then just tap them with it. But there's different things that you can do. The thing is for me, I don't have the strength the sustainability to do that. Most CFs that I work with, they love manual CPT, this is manual. Yeah, this is a form of manual, but it's also, yeah. So we still are using our hands and pressures to deliver it. We have more control over this device. ChestVest is probably the most popular.
Because it's the easiest.
It's just easy
Sure.
for, they can put it on and off
Yeah.
themselves. It doesn't require another person to deliver the therapy. They, yeah, they're all autonomous with it, like the acapellas is a chaser or something along those lines. Matinab even,
But we wouldn't, in
Yeah.
the hospital, we wouldn't, or whatever situation we're in, we wouldn't leave the we would stay for the whole
yes,
treatment.
you wanna stay with the patient for the whole treatment.
make
If
sure.
something were to happen to them,
Yeah,
RTs leave them all the time and go on to the next one, cause they got
Yeah.
heavy workloads.
yeah.
I don't even try to leave my patients in the room. I don't stack my treatments. I do one and then I go to the
Would you
next.
stand for the entire treatment?
I do.
Oh, Lord.
Now, if I get called to an emergency, hey, are you okay? I'll be back, and I go back and I tell the nurse to go in and turn it off, like, but I won't leave them on the CPT, I'll shut it off. Unless someone can stay in the room with them, because it's a safety issue.
Okay.
So does that one have adjustable settings?
Yep. Like,
What do you mean if something were to happen to them? They have like the thing to turn it off.
They do, but like if they kept it going and they passed out or they vomited and aspirated and they're in there dying and there's nobody in the room.
Yeah.
So it's a safety issue, even if they can turn it off, it's, you don't wanna leave them on therapy. People do it, I don't.
So what about the flow? Is it like a specific?
This is pneumatic, this goes on the 50 PSI, so it runs on 50 pounds per square inch, just like the Metanab. The classic Metanab runs on pneumatics, so it just runs on pressure,
Is that
pressurized air, huh?
Is that piss?
No, that's
No,
dose.
no, that would,
There's
no.
system to it.
No, this
It goes
is just,
straight to
the 50 PSI. There's no.
There's no
It's female
regulator.
male. Huh?
There's no regulator.
Mm-mm. This is your regulator.
That, yeah,
It regulates the flow through the device.
okay.
Yeah, it just runs on, it's called pneumatic.
Would that also be good for COPD patients?
Any patient that has thick secretions that maybe has specific loads that needs to be worked, this is a great device.
What's it called again?
It's just a manual percussor, but this one is a fluid flow percussor. So it's manual percussor. Or pneumatic percussor, it's not really manual. This is manual, pneumatic.
Okay.
So you have to have a 50 PSI. That was all I wanted to show you.
Thank you.